Hello, welcome to 12-Minute Meditation, a weekly podcast from Mindful and Mindful.org that offers mindfulness meditations backed by neuroscience. Just 12 minutes of meditation practice each day can yield benefits like increased attention and focus, creativity, and calm. That's according to the latest scientific research. So on this podcast, we invite you to do your 12-minute practice following guided meditations from today's leading mindfulness experts. There's a new practice for you each week, and that's a way to bring the benefits of mindfulness into your life each day. I'm Stephanie Domet. I'm the managing editor at Mindful and Mindful.org. This week, Renda Dionne Madrigal offers a North Star breathing practice. Renda's a licensed clinical psychologist and registered drama therapist. She's Turtle Mountain Chippewa and specializes in embodied mindfulness-based practices. And today she's sharing one of the practices from her book, The Mindful Family Guidebook, and this is the North Star breathing practice. And this practice is inspired by a Paiute story of the North Star about a mountain ship boy named Naga who journeys into the sky and how his father's love, despite his grief, transforms Naga into the North Star, the star that shines with the luminosity of 2,500 suns and that has provided guidance for our ancestors that live in the Northern Hemisphere for centuries. Renda is one of the 10 powerful women of the Mindfulness Movement 2022. You can read more about her and the 9 other women in the August issue of Mindful, which you should find now on newsstands, or you can read on mindful.org. And if you feel inclined, please review this podcast. Your review can help other listeners decide whether 12-minute meditation is right for them. But for now, for you, here's Renda Dionne Madrigal.
Hello, I am Renda Dionne Madrigal. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist and registered drama therapist. I'm Turtle Mountain Chippewa, and I facilitate mindfulness. I'm here today to share with you one of the practices from my book, The Mindful Family Guidebook, called North Star breathing. And this breathing is inspired by a Paiute story of the North Star about a mountain sheep boy named Naga, who journeys into the sky, and how his father's love, despite grief, transforms him into the North Star. In Chippewa, Giwi Dinenang, in Kawia, Tukwishemish, the North Star, the star that shines with the luminosity of 2,500 suns and that has provided guidance for our ancestors that live in the Northern Hemisphere for centuries. And that star is still there today. North Star breathing. So starting in an upright, just sitting in an upright, comfortable position, with your eyes softly closed if that's comfortable for you. Just bring to mind a bright star sitting still in the sky. That's the North Star. Imagine breathing in from the North Star and breathing out to the North Star. In from the North Star, out to the North Star. In, out. And from there, direct your attention to your breath, following your breath, anchoring it to your nostrils. So following your breath into your nose, feeling the sensation of breath there, and then following it out. So you might notice vibration in your nostrils, or you might even notice the air's a little cooler going in, and as it circulates around your lungs, it warms up a bit, so it's a little warmer going out. You might notice that, you might not. Either way, it's okay. Just be curious, just see what you notice. And then continuing to follow your breath, focusing the spotlight of your attention on your breath coming in and your breath going out. Focus your attention, anchor your breath on your chest. So just noticing as you breathe in, the rise of your chest, and as you breathe out, the fall of your chest. So focusing your attention on your breath coming in, your breath going out, anchoring it to your chest. Try that for a couple of breaths. And then move down a little further to your abdomen. So this time following your breath into your abdomen. Feeling that sensation of breath there, and then following your breath out. And just try that for a couple of breaths. Be curious, notice what that's like. And now follow your breath all the way in until it stops. And just notice the stopping. Notice the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. And then follow your out-breath all the way out until it stops again. Noticing the stopping, noticing the space. And noticing that in that space is stillness. The North Star sits still in the sky, and in between breaths, that stillness also resides in you. The North Star isn't perfectly still, it's almost still. Just like your body, as you follow your breath in and out to the place you have chosen as your anchor. So choosing either your nose or your chest or your belly as the place that you want to anchor your breath. Doesn't matter which one, just pick one. Just following that breath in, noticing that space and stillness between in-breath and out-breath, and between out-breath and in-breath. And you might also notice that your mind is also not perfectly still, and that is natural. And you might notice that it wanders from your breath to other things like thoughts, emotions, memories, sounds, other body sensations. When this happens, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This act of noticing your mind wandering elsewhere and gently bringing it back increases your capacity for mindfulness. If your mind wanders off every second, just bring it back every second. In this way, you build the stillness in yourself. And with stillness, you gain more clarity, and you can find your direction much easier. You can also expand your attention to your whole body. So instead of focusing your attention like a spotlight, focus your attention more like a floodlight. So noticing your whole body just breathing itself. And you can even imagine that you are the North Star. Almost still. And just focusing on breathing in and breathing out from this more expansive place. And you can stay here following your breath in and out from this expansive place, or you can go back to narrowing your attention, just following one breath in, one breath out at a time, and anchoring it to your belly, your chest, or your nose. And noticing that stillness in between. Choosing one of those, the expansiveness or narrowing the attention to following the breath into a place you've anchored it in your body. And you can continue with this for 5 minutes, or you can continue as long as you'd like. Stopping whenever you're ready.
Thank you for listening to this episode of 12-Minute Meditation from Mindful and Mindful.org. I hope you enjoyed your practice. We'll be back in 7 days with another meditation for you.